If you're at the age older than 10, please click off of this video now. This is a creepypasta story like lost episodes. Now, this episode is a lost episode of one of my favorite shows, Gravity Falls. It's a lost episode I made up but as I was watching some creepypasta lost episode videos. Not the actual episode, but there's some of the stories, like the Gumball, or a few other ones like SpongeBob. And especially, they really creep me out. And top 5 creepiest paranormal ghosts. That's just a joke. But the other 2, yes, I saw. By the way, I now shall be telling the story. Now, the story may scare children. Be warned. This episode may just be a part 1 because of how long I will be recording. So, let's begin, shall we? 3, 2, 1. So, I woke up in the morning, 5 a.m., and seemingly Feathers is sleeping like regular. I go on 127 because I didn't want to, so I could fall myself back to sleep, because usually when I watch TV, it helps me sleep. But for one thing, I'm also seeing my dog next to me making weird moaning sounds, as it's something is in the house. I look outside and I don't see anything other than my mom, usually in the living room sleeping. I really wondered what was happening, but the TV was static in my mom's room. My mom was sleeping, trying to watch House Lives, for what I remember. Now, this happened a few weeks ago, but it really and Gravity Falls was on. There was a rated R at the beginning, and I'm really a fan of, is this a new episode? Did they not cancel the series? Was what I was thinking. That's why I continued watching. If this wasn't short or just a prank from the actual creators of the show, I was gonna be pissed, and I instantly realized that. As my bird woke up, flapping his wings and chirping at me as my dog was barking and weird noises. I instantly saw the beginning of the video. It looked on Gravity Falls as there was a blood surrounding the TV screen. And it went static for 1 second and then went back to the intro and back and forth until the show began. It begins with Dipper keep on banging his head on a TV screen and turning around, seeing something in one of the previous Halloween episodes, but looking more realistic. Summerween episode of the man that tried to attack them, made out of candy, looked different and more realistic, like a pumpkin was really actually on his carved into his head, and blood was tearing out of his eyes, not like in the usual actual episode when he was crying. But I was really wondering why this episode came out and when. So I really got bored after a few seconds of staring at him and my mom into the room. She didn't come, and I looked out there. The light was still on, but probably she was in the kitchen, I thought. I didn't see her there. I was hearing noise coming from the kitchen, but I didn't go and look. I turned on the lights as it was getting more creepy. Didn't want to close the door to scare me. I would be attacked or scared, thinking, or something, after all the creepypastas I saw at that day. As the episode continued, Stan came into the room with a shotgun and shot the leg of the creature. Then it went to commercial. I was instantly weirded out. After the commercials, I saw Dipper sobbing with bloody eyes, with Mabel on the ground bleeding, and Bill coming up, and with more creepyistic than usual. I really didn't thought this episode was scary at all, but it started to get a little morbid. As the lights were flickering on and off, Feathers was flying around his cage, unlike he was before, trying to tuck him under his feathers, under his wing, as Perry was no longer in the room, and I didn't even hear him leave it. I was wondering what the heck was going on, but it really wasn't the best video I was ever made. I know I really didn't like this episode, and I was trying to change the channel to something else, like see what I was on mobile, or if Right Now Kapow was on, since that's my favorite new show on the channel, XD. But I was scared, and I felt like something was crawling on my back for a few seconds. As soon as the show turned back on, I turned around and nothing was there. I still felt something crawling on my back. Nothing was on my back. Like someone was tapping me every time I looked at the TV. Hearing weird voices coming from the TV, like whispers. Very deep whispers. Sort of like a horror movie that you might see from that's like, or creepy pasta whispers or demon calls. But I thought, is this an up for the show? Is it no longer for kids? I wondered. In an instant, I saw something crawling towards the TV. The camera, coming closer to the camera view. I was terrified at that moment, calling for my mom. Still, none of them I saw were in the house, and I was quite scared, thinking, where were they? I was too scared to look in the basement, like usual at night. And as soon as I got back in the room, something was staring at me as it came into a light. As the light turned on, it was covered by blood. I was very scared, and especially since what was happening. I heard laughs coming from behind me. Nothing was there. And I stared at the TV was static for a few seconds. I really didn't know what was going on, but I didn't want to know. I really just wanted to go home and play some games. Just wanted to play some games. Try to trade feathers. But as soon as I put my hand in the cage, he tried to bite me. Almost like he was mad. And as soon as I saw Perry run back into the room from nowhere, he was trying to bite me as well. I was terrified. Calling Mom, and Mom came and grabbed Perry by the collar and tossed him into a room quite meanly, like nothing she's ever done. I was terrified. I told her to stop doing it to Perry. Just put him in the room. That's all I have for this episode. If you think it was scary, leave a comment.